What girls really look for in a guy. You don't have to be funny. Hell, you don't even have to be really that good looking. What they really want is they want a Batman in the streets and a Joker in the sheets.
Yuddy Haynes has emerged as a notable and controversial figure in the vast and ever-evolving realm of content creation, particularly on TikTok, a platform that has propelled countless individuals into the public eye and transformed the landscape of digital fame. However, the journey that Haynes has undertaken on this platform has not been without its significant share of turbulence and controversy, marred by unsettling behavior that has raised serious questions about his character and intentions. As he approaches his 30s, Haynes has garnered a reputation for increasingly provocative antics that have ignited a polarized response from the TikTok community, drawing both fervent supporters and vehement detractors.
And gals, the Freak Show fam, have no fear. The man, the myth, the legend, Papa Freak is here. Yes, you are reading the title correct. Yes, you're reading the description right. We are going to do a very special episode of the Campfire Chat. We are going to clear the air about the allegations that are surrounding me.
Most concerning is his adoption of the controversial moniker The Bidet, a nickname that unfortunately has become emblematic of his bizarre and troubling conduct. While his rapid rise to fame has attracted considerable public attention, it is crucial to recognize that this notoriety is deeply intertwined with a series of profoundly disturbing incidents that cast serious doubts on his character and intentions.
I will continue to do duets with my fans that love me. And I will continue to do videos from my house where I live with my parents who love to support me, and I support them because they...
Haynes' entry into the world of social media stardom began with an exuberant mix of high-energy dance routines and engaging duets that resonated with a broad spectrum of viewers on TikTok, a platform that surged in popularity following the decline of its predecessor, Musical.ly. In the early phases of his burgeoning career, he remarkably captivated the hearts and minds of a diverse demographic, particularly through a now infamous series of clips titled, "Why Do Good Girls Like Bad Boys?" In these videos, he skillfully crafted a persona that struck a chord with many, drawing in viewers not only with his artistic flair and physical charisma, but also with the compelling character he embodied, one that seemed to resonate with a yearning for rebellion and thrill, appealing to the adventurous spirit of his audience. However, as his fame escalated, alarming signs began to surface that could no longer be overlooked. Following the viral success of a particular video, in which he donned a leather jacket and brandished handcuffs, viewers started to observe a disturbing trend in Haynes' content that raised serious concerns. It became increasingly evident that he often engaged in duets with individuals who appeared to be young girls, a choice that many found deeply troubling. For those unfamiliar with TikTok's duet feature, it allows users to interact with specific videos rather than randomly pairing them, suggesting a deliberate curation of content on Haynes' part. This meant that he had seemingly compiled a collection of duets featuring minors, many of which carried flirtatious undertones that alarmed a significant portion of his audience, raising serious red flags regarding the appropriateness of his interactions. The stark contrast between his playful demeanor and the youth of his duet partners created a disconcerting atmosphere that many found troubling and inappropriate, prompting calls for scrutiny and accountability. As concerns about his behavior mounted, fellow content creator BitHoji felt a compelling sense of responsibility to delve deeper into the matter, recognizing the potential dangers of Haynes' actions. Taking a courageous step, she decided to pose as a 14-year-old girl and initiated a conversation with Haynes. To her shock and dismay, his responses were not only eager but alarmingly inappropriate, revealing a level of flirtation that was deeply unsettling, especially given his awareness of her supposed age. When she inquired whether he found her attractive, his chillingly suggestive reply stated, "If it was me, I'd try to make the relationship with you last for years." This exchange was soon followed by a series of messages that further blurred the lines of ethical conduct, culminating in the unsolicited sending of a nude photo, an act that left many horrified and incredulous, igniting a firestorm of outrage across various social media platforms. The conversation took an even more uncomfortable turn when Haynes began to express feelings of insecurity, soliciting the girl's opinion on whether he was unattractive and pleading with her to delete the screenshots of their exchanges. This behavior painted a troubling picture of someone who was acutely aware of the inappropriateness of his actions, yet persisted in his flirtation, seemingly unfazed by the moral implications of his behavior. In a further attempt to establish a connection that crossed ethical boundaries, he even went so far as to send money to the girl, suggesting a desire to create a sugar baby dynamic that is both predatory and exploitative, an alarming indication of his mindset and intentions that sent shockwaves through the online community. In light of these disturbing revelations, BitHoji and her associates deemed it essential to bring their findings to the public's attention, triggering a significant backlash against Haynes across various social media platforms. In an attempt to defend himself, he posted a video addressing his critics. However, rather than alleviating the situation, this only served to amplify the scrutiny and condemnation he faced from the online community, intensifying the outrage directed at him. As the situation escalated, the consequences of Haynes' actions became increasingly severe. He found himself doxxed. His personal information was laid bare online, resulting in a torrent of harassment directed not only at him, but also at his family.
So as you can tell, I'm still here. But I now have another issue. I have not people that found me on Facebook. You harass me on Facebook, and I will take you to the police. Because this is getting way too far, people. This is too far.
In response to this backlash, he attempted to distance himself from the situation, issuing a warning to his harassers that he would involve law enforcement if they continued to target him. Nevertheless, he returned to TikTok, seemingly emboldened by his notoriety, and resumed creating duets, many of which once again involved minors, demonstrating a troubling lack of awareness or concern for the implications of his actions. As the situation spiraled further out of control, some individuals took it upon themselves to pose as minors in an effort to catch him in further inappropriate behavior. One of these sting operations proved successful, culminating in a confrontation in a public park, orchestrated by a YouTuber who had catfished him. During this encounter, Haynes attempted to downplay his actions, insisting that he was merely being friendly and trying to clarify his behavior, despite the overwhelming evidence stacked against him. In the face of this mounting evidence, including his own admissions, Haynes continued to evade accountability for his behavior. Eventually, he deleted his TikTok channel, but remained active on Twitch and created a YouTube channel to address the allegations against him. In a video posted on this new platform, he attempted to justify his actions by citing struggles with mental health, claiming that he was unaware of how his messages had reached an underage recipient, an explanation that many found insufficient and disingenuous, failing to adequately address the severity of his actions. While he seemed to vanish from the social media spotlight for a time following these developments, unsettling reports began to surface over the years. Individuals posing as minors continued to receive messages from him, raising ongoing concerns about his behavior and intentions. This disturbing pattern of activity prompts a critical question. Should we remain vigilant and monitor individuals like Haynes, or should we allow them to fade into obscurity without further scrutiny? The implications of such behavior extend beyond just one individual. They serve as a broader reflection of the dangers that can emerge within online communities, particularly where vulnerable individuals are concerned. In conclusion, the troubling saga of Buddy Haynes serves as a cautionary tale about the perils of unchecked behavior on social media platforms. It underscores the vital importance of remaining vigilant in safeguarding vulnerable individuals online, reminding us all of the potential dangers that can lurk within the digital landscape. As we navigate the complexities of social media, it becomes imperative that we are aware and proactive in protecting those who may be at risk from predatory behavior. We must advocate for a safer online environment, ensuring that platforms take necessary measures to prevent such disturbing interactions from occurring in the future. The story of Buddy Haynes is not merely one of personal failure. It stands as a stark reminder of the responsibilities we all share in fostering a secure and respectful digital community. It highlights the necessity for continued awareness and action in the face of potential threats. We must commit to being vigilant, advocating for accountability, and ensuring that the online spaces we inhabit are safe for everyone, particularly the most vulnerable among us.